All right, Coach, we're 3 weeks into the season. Let's do a little recapping here to start. Akron opening weekend, and then changed things up and went down to Savannah for a couple of ball games. Some good one-run ball games early on.
Yeah, and it was good to actually get out on the field and play when we had to take that trip down to Savannah. So, we'd go all the way down there to play NC State and play UNC Greensboro. I wish we could have played on Sunday, but again, the weather got us, and that seems to be kind of the theme again this year. The weather just really messing with our preparation in terms of game preparation, really messing with, practice as much as anything else. And, we were able to play, this past weekend against Rice at home. The weather was really good on Saturday and Sunday, and that was a good thing. Able to get really 3 days in a row on the field, which we haven't been able to do that for really the whole spring. And then had a chance to be able to practice yesterday for about an hour before it rained again, and we threw the tarp back on and trying to work around the weather again this weekend with FAU. But we'll continue to grind through it. It's part of what we've been dealt and the hand that we've been dealt, and we'll do everything we can to keep making progress.
Got conference played last weekend off with the bang. You can't start any better than Rice coming to town. You said you were happy with 70-75% of the innings. Looking back, you still feel the same way?
Yeah, and we went back and looked at the video and went back and looked at different things, and we were extremely competitive for 2 of the 3 games and had chances to win 2 of those 3. And we just haven't gotten to the point yet where we're capable of winning against a top 10 team. But I think that's going to come with time. More innings, more reps, more experience against elite level competition, and I think that will come. Got a tremendous opponent again this weekend. Got another top 25 team coming in here, and we continue to tell our guys that the opportunities are going to be there to show how good we are every weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it is in this league, and again, we're being very positive about stepping up to those challenges and accepting those challenges, and again, we view it as a great opportunity to show what we can do against a really good FAU team and a program that's been really good here the last few years. Even last year, FAU was a very good team. We played them down there in Boca, and they had been to a regional championship game the year before with basically the same team back, and had a top 5 or 6 round arm on the front end on Friday night, and we thought they were a really good team when we played them down there, and they ended up finishing 9th in our league. Didn't even make our own conference tournament. So that kind of speaks volumes to what we talk about every week about the depth and quality of this league. And again, we welcome the opportunity to be able to compete against those type of programs.
And even last weekend down there, we were in the Friday game until the 9th inning. Yeah. And then Sunday, we beat them pretty handily before we came back home. So there's more to look forward to this weekend.
There is. And again, at this level, we talk about it all the time. It's just a matter of our guys being more consistent day in and day out. And some of that's youth. Some of it's, the inexperience that we haven't played against elite level teams, because we're so, we've played, we've played, 10 games to this point. FAU's played double the number of games that we have. Rice last weekend played double the number of games. So we got to continue to work on making progress every single day, whether it be in practice or game situations.
How happy are you through the 10 games being kind of behind the 8 ball with the progress not only the team's making, but some of the freshmen making that jump into college ball and seeing Rice right off the bat?
Well, we took a little bit of a step back, in the midweek this week and did not do some things that we needed to do, on Tuesday. But I thought we had a good practice yesterday for the hour or so that we were able to get out there, and I thought guys were energetic and guys are trying to make adjustments. It's just a matter of trying to get as many guys as we can to make adjustments as quickly as possible. I meet every morning on practice days with Brandon and with Bo, and those guys are working hard, and the plan is good and solid. I tell them every time we meet, it's a matter of trying to build our base of players and try to develop as many guys as we can that we have in our program, and then continue to recruit guys that have Conference USA level ability.
Well, a lot of fans only see the on-field game time product. They don't see the practices, what Bo does behind the scenes, what Brandon does behind the scenes. Talk about just kind of a practice with them and what those guys do.
Well, it's challenging because we're going to follow the rules. We're going to follow the hourly limitations. We're going to follow the guidelines that have been set forth, and all of us can't be 3 or 4 places at the same time, which creates a little bit of a challenge as well too. But Both Brandon and Bo do a good job. We're all on the same page every day. We talk about things, try to make adjustments with guys, try to teach guys, try to adjust things with individuals to try to get them to perform at a high level. But it takes time. I mean, it takes time. And again, I think our plan is solid. Our plan is good. We've been competitive in most of the games that we've played this year. Nearly every game we've been competitive and given ourselves chances to win. It's just a matter of having that daily consistency that is something that's so critical to being able to compete at a top 30, top 40 level. And I think that's going to come with time. But again, you have to be willing to address the issues that are deficient. And the first thing about that is communicating those issues, and then the kids being receptive to making the changes that are necessary to compete.
And this coming up is just the second weekend of 10 in conference play. May not have ranked opponents on the schedule, but it doesn't get any easier with FIU, Louisiana Tech, all the way down the line.
Well, people keep getting better because there's a lot of great coaches in the league. There's a lot of great players in the league. I mean, that's been well documented over the years. And again, that day-to-day consistency, that day-to-day effort level is something that has to be learned. And we're in the front end of that process with everybody. And again, our guys have been a lot more receptive here the last week or so to what we're telling them. And that's actually a good sign, because they saw with Rice how fast the game is and how good the pitching is and how athletic teams are that we're going to be playing in this league.